If you want to smash your law school exams next semester, you have to be doing these three things the moment that the semester starts. This is coming from someone who went from failing 8 classes when I was a law student, getting 3 high distinctions in my last semester. And a part of improving my grades the way I did was improving the way I did my exam preparation. And the key to good exam preparation is that it doesn't start 2 to 3 weeks before your exam. It actually starts at the beginning. So that's why I will go through 3 tips for you. By the way, if you're new here, I'm a lawyer from Melbourne. Post everything from bouncing back from 8 failed classes to becoming a lawyer, lawyer life, and everything in between. One of the first things that you need to do is doing your exam notes as you go. So at the end of every single week, after you've done the readings, the lectures, attended the class for that week, create your exam notes already. I have found that it really only took an extra 30 minutes per week per unit to create exam notes. And keep in mind the exam notes don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be picture perfect. Just have something. Because here's the thing, another thing I noticed is that the time frame between your last class and your first exam isn't that much. And you don't want to be wasting that limited time creating exam notes. When you have your exam notes ready to go, you can actually utilize that time to review and properly study. Another thing that you should be doing as you go is addressing what you don't understand immediately. I'm saying, like, the moment that you come across something that you don't understand, address it immediately. Whether that be talking to the professor or the tutor about it, doing your own research or your own learning process, going through the lectures again, going through the readings again, just do something to address what you don't understand. Because the thing is, law, there's so much stuff, like so much content, so much more readings that you're gonna get through. It is inevitable that you're gonna come across more things that you don't understand. And those things accumulate. So you don't want to be closer to the exam and realize that there's so many things that you still don't get. So do them as you go. By the time it is 2 to 3 weeks before your exam, you have more confidence on most of the content in that unit. That there are very less things that you need to address for your exam. And then a really life-changing hack that helped so much is that at the end of every single week, rate the level of difficulty of that week's topic. Like, say for instance, from a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being it was easy, 5 being difficult, because this is what's gonna help you know immediately what you have to address first, which topics you're going to address first. So for example, you've rated the level of difficulty of every week's topic. By the time it's time to start preparing for your exam, you know which topics you're going to start with. You're obviously going to start with the topics that are rated a 5 in a level of